All right, here we go, August 25th. So yeah, the as far as we were just discussing the what you need for a website and all that, how many things there are, and there's probably 1,000 things that you could do to your website for any number of things, for more traffic, more conversion. Those are really the two main things that you should be concerned with your website or your advertising or your marketing funnel. Anything to do with your business, you should be concerned with those two key factors, is traffic and conversion. And they go hand in hand. It's like one without the other, you don't really have much. You can have a ton of traffic, but if you don't have any calls to action or no way to convert, the traffic doesn't do anything for you. You can have your marketing totally dialed in. You could convert like crazy. You don't have any traffic. You've got a rocket with no fuel. Yeah. So there's been, throughout the years, I've put out different lead magnets on, the things that you should focus on. And currently I have a list of the top 50 conversion maximizers. And I made that for one of the free giveaway things that I was doing. And I think I told you guys about that. I'm co-host on a giveaway that they promote the giveaway. It cost me $60 a month to be involved in this thing. And all I have to do is just give them something to give away. And it could even be the same thing, which, as lazy as I am, I've done this for 11 months in a row and I've been giving them the same thing to give away. I did up the ante though. I gave them 3 things now. So I'm contributing 3 things every month for the giveaway. And
what is that, John? What is it? What is that, a website or what? I mean, yeah, I vaguely remember you mentioning it once before, but I don't recall off the top what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a company, and that's all they do, is they just do free promo giveaways. And you can participate for free, but you have to promote the giveaway. Like, you have to use your list to promote it. I'm not interested in using my list to promote giveaway stuff. So I just pay them the $60 and I don't have to do that. So for me, for $60, it's $60 a month. And I, on average, get about 400 leads per month for $60. So that's pretty good. But here's the thing. I've been doing it for 11 months and I haven't done anything with the leads yet. So, I mean, just slap me silly for...
Are you going to reveal the name of the company or where we might do something like that? I've got some stuff I could do that would be wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'll put a link to it in resources on the site. And the woman's name is Diana, and she's awesome. $60. She handles everything. It's really cool. But they send you at the end of the month, they send you your leads. And usually I get about 400, and these are leads that have not gone through my opt-in funnel yet. Now, when I do the giveaway, I give them a direct link where they can go to my site and download it, and then they go through my Kartra funnel. But there's a lot of them. That's the thing about the free giveaway. When they opt into the free giveaway to get the free stuff, they don't really have to go and opt in on your page. So for one of the things I get for the $60 a month is I get access to that whole lead list. And like I said, it's on average, it's about 400 leads per month that I'm buying for $60. Now, what you're supposed to do at the end of the giveaway, at the end of each month, they send you the list, and they send you, like a little cheesy script to send out just to kind of warm the list up to you. And you're supposed to use in the subject line, this is so-and-so, your free giveaway co-host, because that's what we are. We're co-hosts of the giveaway. And then you can do whatever you want with the list. So you can invite them to other offers. You can do anything you want with them, within reason, I suppose. But that's one of the things. 11 months and I have not emailed any of these lists yet. So finally yesterday I was sitting here and I ran out of stuff to do, which is kind of odd, but I was supposed to do something else and it fell through. So I'm sitting here going, oh, what am I going to do for the next half hour? So I looked in my folder and there it was, 11 lists that I have not responded to yet. So I put them all into Excel. I merged them all into one Excel spreadsheet. And then I deduplicated them. And for 11 months, once I deduplicated the list, because a lot of people will sign up, every month, whatever. So after a dedupe, I came out with about 3,500 good solid leads for 11 months. And I thought, okay, I'm going to need to warm these back up because, some of them are 11 months old. Anywhere from 1 to 11 months here. So let me see if I can find my email I sent out. I'll share it with you guys and see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so now here's something that you need to be very cognizant of. Be very aware of this. Email is a dangerous thing when you're sending email through your own server. Or if you try and do this through Kartra, let's say you upload 3,500 leads into Kartra and you send an email to them, you're probably going to get banned. Unless you've got one of the third-party providers that is good with sending bulk email. So that's something you want to be very aware of. It could be a very bad lesson for you if you get your email account shut down. So sending even 3,500 isn't really that many, but that's a lot to blow out in one blast. So let me share my screen. I'll show you guys. This is on my website. I have an autoresponder software that's built into my website. It's called AR Plus, or ARP Reach. There it is right there, ARP Reach. They changed the name of it here a couple of years ago. But you can see, here's my bonus gift from John Limbacher, your giveaway co-host. And I've got 3,510 in there. I've sent 400 of them so far. So I just started sending them this morning. And what I do, I'll turn it on to run, and you see right now it's paused. So it's in the pause state. So I don't want to blow out 3,500 emails all in one crack. So I'll let it run. I'll send 100, 200 emails, and then I pause it for a few hours. And then I'll reactivate it. I'll send a couple hundred more and I'll pause it again. So it might take me, a couple of days to actually get this list out, but that's the right way to do it. If your email provider says you send out, 3,500 emails in an hour, they're probably going to knock you off. So just be very aware of that. That's that practice. Yeah, I'll go in here to edit.
Did you say you were using SendGrid for your bulk email?
Yes, SendGrid is what I have set up inside of Kartra. Now here, I'm just sending this through my normal server. Okay, so let's edit this. Yeah, so in the sender, I've got John Limbacher, your giveaway co-host. So that's what they're going to see as the sender of this email. As far as the message, I've personalized it, and it came right out, and I'm apologizing. I say, I apologize for not getting back to you sooner, because I know some of these are 11 months old. And then I put an excuse. I've been spending a lot of time on my boat fishing the SoCal coastline. That's kind of like an intriguing thing. Oh, wow, I see. I don't blame this guy. He's out playing, which is what they all want to do, right? So then I go into, as your giveaway co-host, I wanted to thank you for participating and see if I can be of any further assistance to you. Below is a link to download my top 50 conversion maximizers for your website. using just one of the 50 could have a dramatic impact on your business. You don't even have to read to get the benefit. You can simply just watch the video. So I'm eliminating an objection that they're not going to want to read 50 things. Read a book. They don't want to read a book. So I took that right off the table. There's the link to it. And then I also say you are also eligible for a free consult with me personally to answer any questions you may have. And they're going to already have experienced me with that video, because it's, it's probably a 30-minute video of me walking them through exactly how to use each one of those 50 conversion maximizers. So they're going to get the feeling that they kind of know me. And now to have a personal one-on-one consult with me, that'll probably go over pretty well. So just go to my website and click the link for the free 15-minute strategy session. There's the link. I say there's no obligation. There will be no sales pitch. Sorry to disappoint. Laugh out loud. I just want to make sure that you're on the right track to achieve success. And then I also put, there's the link or call to schedule. So I'm just making it easy. I'm taking away, any possible thing of, I don't want to sign up on a form. They can call the number. So that's the email that's going out. And then I always put these little dots down here. If you don't do that, what will happen is when you send your email, it's going to put the unsubscribe link right below your name. So I space it down. So if they want to get to the unsubscribe, they actually have to scroll down to it. What will happen if you don't do that is they'll see the last link and they'll click it thinking that they're going to do something. And what they're doing is they're unsubscribing. They don't read shit. So if it's way down there and it says unsubscribe, it gives you an incredibly higher chance that they won't screw up. I'm not saying that they're not going to, but it just puts the odds much more in your favor. So anyway, that's what's going out. That's what I'm sending out after 11 months. Like I said, slap me with a tortilla. That's the new big game going around, is the tortilla slap. It's a little beyond my comprehension, but
thank you, John. That's really, really, really helpful. I've seen that 50 conversion thing, and I think that's really a great deal. And I know about that when I was talking about the on-page optimization for websites. I know about that's the broader. I wanted to niche down a little further just to the stuff, the on-page optimization, the mechanical stuff that should be on the pages.
Yeah, I haven't really made anything new on that. There really isn't much that's changed with that over the last 20 years. It's, it is, there really is nothing new as far as on-page optimization. It's your titles. The only thing that's changed about your on-page optimization is the fact that it needs to be dialed in for your users for conversion. Titles aren't just about stuffing them with keywords anymore. It's about getting a call to action in there, making it, where they want to actually click on it. So that's kind of the key there. Also on the site here, let's see. I wanted to show you guys some stuff here. You got to figure out where it is. Marketing automation. Not sure where I put all this stuff. Okay, yeah, here you go. There's the 50 conversion maximizers. This is another one that I'm giving away, is AI marketing automation. Now, this is nothing more than a resource guide. It's not a book. It's not something that you're going to read. It's just a list of tools. And that's how easy this is. None of these, there's only one tool in this automation guide that is actually mine, in that SitePop. So what's my goal of giving this away? it's twofold. I want to sell SitePop. I want to introduce people to that software that are interested in using AI for SEO. That's my underlying goal. But there's probably 10 other things in there that are not mine, but I'm going to get an affiliate commission on them for doing nothing other than introducing people to them. So there's a twofold reason why I created this book. And it wasn't to put my name on a book. It was purely to make money. Purely. You know, two reasons: introduce them to a software that I sell, and introduce them to other products that I know they're going to want that's going to give me an affiliate commission. And if you see the volume of words in that guide, it will stymie you at how few there are. It's like, here's the thing, here's what it does, here's the link, go get it. And there's a number of those. The same thing with the 50 conversion maximizers. All the book is it just lists 50 names. It's just strictly the name of the conversion maximizer. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to write this thing. It ain't happening. So what I did was I created a video. So on the download page, they get to download the list of conversion maximizers, and then they get to watch the video where I explain each one of them. Now, I can kick a video out in 20 minutes. It would have taken me, you know, the next 6 months to write a book, right? So the pain was gone. The delivery was done and over in 20 minutes. I literally just popped open Zoom, read off each one, and told them how it worked. And people love it. I have had people, you know, about 400 a month that are downloading that conversion maximizer guide and watching the video, and they absolutely love it. So it worked great. It was super easy to do. I had a guy on Fiverr made me these covers, and this one I had never even three-dimensionalized it. I always tell everybody to 3D their book cover. So that's, you know, that's pretty much it. You guys should be making stuff to give away that is high value, that is, you know, obviously to your benefit, whether it's going to get somebody on your mailing list or it's going to, you know, introduce them to your product. Now, as far as the funnel goes, here they get introduced to the automation. They get passed over to all the other marketing funnels to follow up for the, you know, from the affiliate offers. And then mine, they get invited to see the evergreen webinar on how my product works, what it will do for them. So it gets them into the funnel, gets them moving down the line. And I've actually sold a fair number of SitePop customers through that funnel.
Are these retail users or are these agencies?
Most of the ones that come through here are just retail users. They're not typically agencies. Where I get my agencies is the guys that introduce me to their lists. You know, they might have 50 to 100 active agencies, and they'll put me on a webinar, and the agencies just eat this stuff up. I mean, they just literally eat it up. So that's some stuff that you should be doing. We talked last week about advertising through solo email ads. This week, I wanted to kind of go over Facebook advertising and how people are doing this, the stories they're telling. Almost all of the examples I'm going to show you today are videos. Some of them are short videos, some of them are long videos, but what they are, it's a story. And it's got the story is the sales funnel. The story is the webinar. It is the sales presentation. And, you know, there's a ton of these things and a ton of different niches. But if you really look at what they're tuned into, what they're focused on emotion. You know, that's the big thing, is they're focusing on emotion. And typically the emotions that they're focused on is either fear love, greed. Those are kind of the top three. And when I say love, I'm talking about sex for the most part. So, and it's amazing how much you can learn. It doesn't matter what your product is. It doesn't matter, what you're selling or who you're selling it to. The thing that matters is you got to figure out who's going to buy it and why they want it, what it's going to do for them, and I've said this over and over and over, many, many times throughout our training sessions. But here's one from Tony Robbins, and he starts off, he does have a video, but he starts off with text in his ad. And this is a Facebook ad. It says, are you running your business or is your business running you? Most people, that question would really resonate with, and most people that have a small business would go, wow, yeah, it's definitely running me. So he's tapping into a pain point. And then he says, most people who become business owners did it for the sense of freedom, and he's right on the money there. That's the biggest reason that people go to business is they want freedom. They don't want to be controlled. So freedom and control, only to realize that their business began to control them. And they end up working harder than ever with fewer results than ever before. And now he says, you can break this cycle. So there's his promise. You can build a thriving business in today's economy. Again, promise. Faster than ever. Again, promise. He's making some promises here, knowing that that's what you want. And then it goes down, and he's got the video here. Let's see. Become a business master. Guess I got to turn the volume on.
When somebody get in, where the more you play, the more likely you are to die. Here's the facts. Businesses are gone in the first year. 80% are gone in 5 years. 96% of businesses fail over a 10-year period. 4% make it over 10 years. This is not an opportunity for wannabes. You got to be glad. You got to be able to step into the arena knowing you could die and go, not me. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to break through and make it happen. That is the only psychology that'll help you succeed. That's how you grow your business. You keep pushing beyond the next threshold. But if you can't take risk, if you're too scared to do that, you will not grow and you will not make it.
And it completely blew.
So he's making a major contrast here. He's basically saying you're a winner or you're a loser. That's what he's saying. Did you guys catch the contrast there? Most people that are competitive are not going to be told they're going to be a loser. So that is a high driver. I mean, that is a mega driver that he's pulling off as far as toying with people's emotions right there. So it's going to come down to the fact of, what do you want to do? You want to be in the 4%? That's the winners. And if you guys have watched my video about the Elvis shift, I talk about the 4% club. It's the exact same thing as what he's pointing out here, is 96% of you are going to fail. And, when you've got this magic bullet, you can be in the 4% club. That's how I sell ACT. ACT is the very thing. It's the thing that's the bridge to get you to the 4% club. So, that's Tony Robbins. Here's Perry. Here's this Perry. He's my boy. This guy, he just shreds. He absolutely shreds. He's given away. He's got a little 2-minute video here. Let me turn the volume up. I'll show you guys how he pitches his. And again, it's a free thing. It's just like me giving away my 50 conversion maximizers.
Hi, this is Perry Belcher. I'm about to give you a gift that I wish someone had given me when I started off as a copywriter. And it's these maps, these 4 laminated sheets that have made me millions of dollars in my career. These are the maps that I follow when I write copy. The first one, my map A, is all my research process. Research is the difference between a great copywriter and an average copywriter. You'll see on the front is the process. On the back is the fill in the blanks form where you just answer these questions and the front will fill out itself. The second one, number B, is my headline writing formula. This is everything I do to write great throat grabbing headlines. If you wondered how I did this, it's all just a recipe. It's not really rocket science once you understand the recipe. And again, on the back, you'll just answer the questions and the front will fill itself. A third is my storytelling portion of my sales letter, which I always have those in the sales letters. And the back, again, the fill in the blanks portion. You're starting to get the idea of why I call this the fill in the blanks formula. I'm going to give you these laminates. These are incredibly valuable. I've only ever given them away at my $2,000 workshops. On the back, you can see, again, this is the offer creation portion. This is where I actually ask for the money, how I make the transition, and where we go from there. So these maps have made me millions and millions of dollars. I want to give them to you as a way to show you some results in advance. Hopefully, some of you guys will decide you want to work with me after we get these. If you do, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. You've got them. Just tape them up around wherever you write copy and watch your copy just accelerate. I've given these to people who have doubled, tripled, quadrupled their response rate to the exact same piece of copy, the exact same amount of traffic rather in the past, just by changing to these formulas. So I hope you'll grab these. I'm just charging you the postage on them. I don't make anything on them. They cost more to laminate than I'm actually charging for postage. But get them. They're really going to help you. It's a great tool, and I can't wait for you to try them out. Be sure to, whether you decide to work with me in the future or not, or whatever you do, be sure to let me know what you think of these. There's a lot of reviews popping up online right now about these maps and how they're changing people's lives and careers in this business. So I'd like to hear yours too. Hi, I'm Perry Belcher. Hope to talk to you soon. Be sure to click the button below to get your stack of maps mailed to you right away. Thanks.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, you get to know him, you get to get a feel for him. He's not giving you a big backstory about himself. He's talking about you and what the thing he has to give you is going to do for you. This was very, very successful for him. He when he sells you the thing, he automatically gives you an upsell to his 2-day traffic camp, or actually his copywriting camp. It's called the Fill in the Blank System Copywriting. And I think he sold it for, I don't know if it was $199 or $399, but it doesn't matter. He sold the shit out of it before he even sent you the free thing. Because as you're filling in, you know, you're going to pay for the postage, right? That's the hook. You get the free thing, but you're going to have to pay for the postage. Everybody thinks that's a reasonable deal, right? So as you're paying for the postage, up pops, hey, would you like to really go in? You know, I know you want this, you want the outcome of this, or you wouldn't be here, right? So do you just want the free cards I've got for you, or do you want me to walk you through the actual system of how I do it, how I've actually made millions of dollars? So he sold a shitload of that program by giving this thing away on the front end. And he didn't even let you get out of the opt-in box without trying to sell it to you. So that worked really, really well. And again, you know, he's tapping into the whole thing of you want freedom, right? You want to be like him. You want to make millions of dollars. And it was interesting. He did it so nonchalantly, telling his story about how he's made millions of dollars, but you didn't see it as him talking about himself. He just kind of threw the landmine bomb claims out on the table, and your mind pieces that all together. So this is really smooth the way these guys are doing this. Now here's one. This is about love. This is about love for your animal. People spend so much money on their animals. It is just frightening to me. and I am right there with them. I mean, I have had dogs in the past where I gave them knee replacements, like $5,000 knee replacement for a dog. And the dog that I gave it to, I was told when when I ponied up the $5,000 to get her the knee replacement, I was told that the other knee is probably going to go out within a year or two. And guess what? I ponied it up again and I got her 2 knee replacements. So the amount of money that is spent on pets is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely unbelievable. So let's look at this one.
Is your dog slowing down? Don't ignore this. Hi, I'm Dr. Laura, and last year I began treating a beautiful dog called Bella. When she came to me, she was having some hip and joint problems. She had difficulty sitting down and getting up. She had stopped playing and shows signs of lethargy. This is nothing uncommon for senior dogs, but what most owners don't know is that it can be completely avoidable. While many vets would suggest painful surgeries or only give you prescription medication as the treatment option, I always recommend a natural route to start with to avoid putting a dog through discomfort that comes with surgeries and lifelong medications. So I gave Bella's mom a tub of these. They're called WUFs. Their hip and joint formula is 100% natural and made right here in the USA. After just a few months, when I saw Bella for her follow-up, she was looking like a new puppy and had so much energy and excitement. And best of all, she had her mobility back. That's why I recommend WUFs to all owners whose dogs are over 5 years old. It doesn't matter if your dog is exhibiting signs of joint discomfort or not. It is always better to be proactive and to give them WUFs to ensure their joints remain fit and healthy.
They've been so effective that BuzzFeed, Yahoo, and even the Daily Mail have written articles about them. Not only that, their customers can't stop raving about them.
It gives me longer time with them, even if it's 2 more years. I'm grateful. I'm forever grateful for you guys. Seriously, from my heart. If it wouldn't be for y'all, I would have already had to get down.
So, what are you waiting for? Look, learn more below.
Come on, who's not buying that shit for their dog? Seriously. I mean,
I'm looking for the phone number, John.
seriously, that is just evil how good that was. And again, they understand, they know a dog owner. They've done the analysis on what makes them tick, what drives them. You know, it's their love for their animal. It's the idea that they can keep the dog for 2 more years without putting it down. It's to make sure the dog doesn't suffer. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for a lot of people I know, they treat their dogs better than their kids. And you know, we never have kids, but we had dogs, and I can tell you, we probably treated them better than we would have treated kids. So, I mean, that is just, you know, that was an awesome ad. I don't know what you guys think, but that covered all the bases. All right, here's the winged girl method. Oh, man. So you guys probably know what this one's all about, right? Let's turn the sound on.
Look at this girl. No, look at her. She's gorgeous, right? I'm sure you see girls like this all the time at the grocery store or coffee shop or online. Beautiful girls that just blow your mind. And the thoughts of how to approach her and what to say give you this feeling in the pit of your stomach like your whole world's about to end. There are so many things you could say, but what's the right thing to say that's going to get her attention and make her like you? What if I told you that I have a formula you can use to win over any woman anywhere in a matter of minutes, no matter how attractive or sought after she is? And even if both of you have masks on, we women, due to our biological wiring, can't physically resist a man who uses this formula on us, consciously or by accident. This amazing formula I'm talking about is called the F formula. And it has nothing to do with looks or height, status, money, or luck. It has nothing to do with the numbers game or approaching 50 women so you can hopefully get one of them interested in you. That is a complete waste of time. The F formula involves tapping into a woman's primal brain and pushing just the right buttons, which forces her to feel uncontrollably attracted to you. And it's surprisingly easy for any guy to do if he just knows how. Now, I can say from personal experience that this formula works on me like magic. But to prove that this works on every single type of woman, we arranged to have this formula tested on thousands of women to make sure it's 100% effective. As a result, I can confidently say without any guesswork, the F formula just plain works. The few men who use this formula spark instant chemistry with any woman they choose. They have women laughing at their jokes, flirting with them, and craving to escalate to that next level, whether that's going on a date or more. On the other hand, the majority of guys who are unaware of this formula, unfortunately, end up in the friend zone or even worse, in the creep zone. If you want to be one of the few men who effortlessly get women attracted and aroused and eager to escalate to the next level, I'd be happy to teach you the F formula. All you have to do is click the button on your screen right now, which is somewhere here. I've already made a free video for you revealing what the F formula is all about. This video is not going to be available forever. If every guy on the street discovered this formula, it would lose its value. That's not good for women. So if you want to check it out, now's the best time. Just click the button and you can watch the video now.
All right, guys, who is not clicking her button?
Yeah, the F formula is real subtle.
Yeah. Now, what is she tapping into there? Obviously, it's guys, right? And what have I always said that guys want? Deep down, significance. That's exactly right. So what's she offering? She's offering pure, unadulterated significance in the F formula. That's her unique mechanism.
Gentlemen,
that's what delivers the result. You know, here's another one. This is a different product, but almost the same thing. So check this out.
When older guys date younger women, so many guys think they know the right answer. But this is one question that so many guys get wrong. And it's super weird, but I met this one guy who just seemed to get it. His name is John. We worked together and he seemed kind of old. Like, he's not a grandpa, but he does have about 30 years on me. Well, one day he approached me and I was shocked. I gave him my number and we met up for drinks. And no, he's not the CEO or something. He's a regular guy. He just seemed to push all the right buttons with me. It was pretty hot. After we dated for a little while, I was like, look, you're amazing, but I don't understand how you seem to just get me like no other guy has. He confessed. After a bad divorce, he found a quiz about what women want. He was super skeptical, but a little desperate, so he gave it a shot. And to his surprise, he totally failed. Like, he basically got every question wrong. It hit his ego, but they went over all the right answers and he saw his mistakes. He took what he learned and started using them in real life. About 2 months later, he approached me in the break room and now here we are. I checked out the quiz for myself and it really does seem like they have decoded a woman's brain. When I was watching it, I was like, yeah, 100%, that's right. Oh, and as for how I found it, I just asked John. He's such a great guy and I wouldn't be with him right now if it weren't for this. So I wanted to share it with more people. If I did this right, then the link should be below. Just click on it and it'll go to the quiz. It takes like 2 minutes and any guy can do this to see how well he understands women. And they give all the answers at the end. So it's really good if you're an older guy struggling to meet younger women. So hopefully the link posted correctly, just click on it and start the quiz. If this post helps 1 or 2 more great guys, I'll be so happy to hear that.
So there's the example of the whole quiz thing. I mean, the quizzes are really powerful. Guess what? You can take the quiz without opting in. But if you want the answers, you want to know how you did, that's where you have to opt in to get that. So let's see what else we got. Here is Travis Chambers. He is selling better ads, better ROI.
Hi, we're Chamber Media. We make high-end video productions for Facebook and YouTube ads. Shut up. We grew Mr. Cool from $10 million to over $100 million a year. We took Transparent Lab from 2 to 24 million. We took Slingshot from $7 to $12 million. We took Full Fence DIY from 1 to 5 million. We doubled ClickFunnels return on ad spend in 2 months. And we drove $12 million for creditrepair.com. So click that link and schedule a call. How do we do it at Chamber Media? Well, we took 20 world-class ad buyers and 14 production teams and put them under one roof. Like the Brady Bunch, but bigger and less incestuous.
Speak for yourself. I'm married to HR.
And it worked. We've been doing this for over 7 years. That's before Facebook video ads even existed. So we've learned the hard lessons. Yeah, I mean, where do you think we got these receding hairlines and dad bods and dad jokes? Bingo. We've made over 50,000 video ads. Oh, we've made us $80 million in ad spend. We've given over $600 million in trackable sales. We 3x the revenue of 6 multi-million-dollar companies and created hundreds of jobs. First take! Because you know what they say, ad buying plus great video creative equals fat stack. So if you're an e-commerce brand that wants aggressive growth, click the link and schedule a call with Chamber Media now.
Chamber Media has literally made me personally millions of dollars.
We use data from our internal database, the Brain, to make you a whole bunch of video ads for a full funnel of content that is built to sell. So what is the Brain? Well, if we told you we have to kill you, then only we have it. Secrets. So prepare to die because you're going to drown in money. It's a tool we built with over 50,000 ads in it that allows us to see which social video ads are the best performing and reverse engineer the fastest road to the land of mini Benjamins. It's kind of like this. This is an oracle. She's just a mole, metaphor for the brain.
We can look into her crystal ball, aka the brain database, and see what type of ads will work the best for your industry and product or service, like this.
Oracle, what type of content should I make for a premium candle company?
All right, let me see. Setting parameters for home goods. Looking, it looks like you need some UGC with a few different spokesperson options. That will give you the best chance of success, honey.
That's just the tip of the mole. Iceberg. We know the ideal length for a specific type of ad, which of your competitors' ads are working, what keywords you should put in your copywriting, how long those types of ads will last, and dozens of more creative insights to remove the guesswork so you can rest easy knowing you're putting your best foot forward.
Since we started using the Brain, our success rate with ads went from 50% to 85%. Imagine knowing 85% of the ads you make perform well, meaning you cut waste on your ad spend and get more sales.
Also, you only have 7 days to live for making fun of my mole.
Go ahead, click the link. Then we take all those assets and hand them over to our world-class ad buying team to run on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and any other new platforms that might show up. But you know, people ask me all the time, hey, Travis, why does your butt look so firm? No, we don't. But the real question is, what makes Chamber Media so special? And to that I say, ask our clients.
Chamber Media has been key in helping us go from 1 mil to 4 mil in revenue.
It's gone from $1 million or so to 5 million in sales in a couple years.
30% of total site visitors from this video.
The guys over at Chamber, they really understand how to have video that translates into conversions. Our search volume is double and tripled.
The social media feedback alone, we would consider it a success.
The way most brands approach performance creative is kind of like throwing darts at a board in the dark. Taking a blind gut level guess at what video will work, making the video, launching the video, then turning on the lights to see how it did. That's just wasting money behind a lot of ads that were never going to work.
With Chamber, we hired machine learning engineers to mine data for 50,000 top ads. We use your data, third-party data, plus years of our own experience to effectively turn the lights on and make the right ad the first time.
That's what I call the American dream, baby.
This dramatically improves your chances of nailing the target and growing your business. How we doing, JR?
I'm good.
The brain looks at the past and the present to determine the future
Because history repeats itself.
It repeats.
That's what we just said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Let's go to the ER.
Okay, but the brain does look at the past and the present.
Did you know that we have over 15,000 square feet of production space? Because I don't know him after me to need more. Because we made that every 4 line of production. Just today alone at Chamber Media, we'll put out 187 live action video ads. Turns out you can triple stamp and double stamp. We use studios, a variety of locations, sets, props, and more to make top performing social ads on time and under budget. Our team is completely verticalized and we make all of our productions in-house. So you know you're getting the most cost-efficient bang for your buck. And we have over 7 years worth of props ready to be used. So look at our case studies, go to our website, watch our videos, and envision yourself eating a porterhouse on a yacht. What are you waiting for? Click the link.
Initiate mic drop sequence.
Oh, that is just too funny. But you notice that video was a lot longer because that is going to be a much higher dollar deal. You know, whenever you're trying to sell a higher dollar service or product, you need more. You need more engagement. You need more time to get to know them. And those guys they were hitting a lot of key points, but they were using humor in the way that they did it. You know, it was almost like the Beavis and Butthead thing, which obviously works for them. Oh, let's see what else we got here. So here's some landing pages. These are actually just examples of landing pages. I won't go through all these videos because these videos are considerably longer. But are you guys starting to see like the big ideas in here? The way they're grabbing attention, the way they're pulling you in, the way they're overcoming objections, creating demand and desire, and making their offers. That's all the pieces to the puzzle. So if you're not doing this, if you're not engineering your story, because that's all these are stories. But it's not, people get wrapped up when they're creating a story. They think the story has to be about them. It doesn't. The story has to be about who you're selling to. They have to see themselves in the story. They have to see themselves dating, getting any woman that they want to fall in love with them. They have to see themselves having their animal around for a few more years than they normally would have. If they can see themselves in the story, then they buy into it. So here's one. Learn how to instantly protect any asset while reducing tax liability. So obviously this is not geared toward somebody that doesn't have assets, but somebody that's got a lot of assets probably is paying a lot of tax. So that is a pretty compelling thing to be promising there. Protect any asset while reducing your tax liability. And it's not a big ask. It's, register for the workshop. Find out how it works. Secret number 1, how to lawsuit proof your assets. For Dwayne, that's powerful. Lawsuit proof your assets. Money and home from seizure. That's like, major protection right there. How to legally reduce your income tax liability down to 0. Who's not going to want to do that? Because then you can buy more assets. Right? How anyone can do it. No special shelters or offshore accounts. There's some testimonials, and that's it. That's all there is to this landing page. There's no big heavy copy. It's just hitting the 3 main bullets, 3 testimonials, and register for the workshop. There's even a limit. There's only 100 attendees. Now, I'm probably going to call that to be bullshit, but they're putting it out there anyway to create a sense of urgency. All right, here's another one. The ultimate Facebook ads deal. We'll write, set up, and launch winning Facebook ads. Over 96% off. What does that tell me? Really? They're going to do this for 4% of what they normally charge? All right, with a 50. Oh, so they're actually giving a guarantee. They're guaranteeing 50 sales or leads guaranteed over the first or the next 30 days.
And at $97, I took a flyer on it. We'll see how it works.
Interesting. Yeah, here's another very similar one. This is skip the ads or skip the hassle. Let me build your email list. So these guys, I kind of looked into this, what they're doing a thing called co-op, where they're running paid ads. They're running pay-per-click ads, getting people to opt in for a bunch of different offers. So your offer becomes one of the many that they could opt in for once they go through their marketing funnel. So it's called Done For You Leads. And I haven't tried it out, but to buy 5,000 leads for $447, if those were actual opted in leads for something specific, you could probably make an absolute fortune with that. Like I was thinking about trying this for people that have opted into SEO stuff, because those leads, like SEO leads, are hard to get because so many people are anti-SEO. It's not like you can go run ads in search engines for SEO, as Richard well knows. But if you could get 5,000 leads for $447 for people that were interested in SEO software, I could probably make a pretty good fortune off that. Like that's one sale for me. If I made one sale out of 5,000, I would cover my cost here. So I'm probably going to wind up giving this one a shot. Here is our boy Frankie, Frank Kern. For any of you that have known him, followed him, the most dependable and consistent way to generate wealth is to turn advertising into profit. I mean, there could be no truer statement. He is throwing out pure gold there. You know, I've talked about this many times, is, you know, when you get your numbers, you have an ATM machine. You can put X amount of dollars into advertising to get X amount of profit out the other end. So he's, let's see what he's selling here. Oh, one thing I would want to preface this particular session with is just because somebody's good at selling something doesn't mean what they're selling is good. And you can kind of see if you look down here. Yeah, I won't go through this, but there's a lot of negative comments here, like paid 28,000 and didn't generate a dime with you, Frank. Uh-oh. That's not good. And I got to tell you, I did the same thing when he ran this. He offered, I don't know if this is the same one that I bought into. It might have been this one. I think it was probably this one, but basically the premise was for $400, he was going to have his team set up and run your Facebook ad campaign. And working with the team was fairly impressive for the first 10 minutes. They asked all the right questions. They led you through how to create your campaign, how to set it up. It was like, okay, these guys really know their shit. Well, what they knew is they knew the mechanics of the Facebook ad program, basically. When it came to audience targeting, I'm like, are you guys kidding? When it came to the ad script, I was like, are you guys kidding? Have you ever done this before? Do you think this is going to work? And I wound up not even running the ads or the campaigns that they created for me because I knew it was going to be just a complete waste of money. But they knew how to set it up. They just didn't know anything at all about advertising. So let's see here.
Or will bring you more in revenue than you pay in fees, or we will pay you the difference plus an extra 20%. So no matter what, you end up actually having a profit from your experience. Now, of course, there's a catch. We can't do this for every business. You need to have the raw materials in place for us to be able to build you a quick win campaign. If you want to find out if we can help you, it doesn't cost you anything to get started. Click on the button near this video, schedule a call with my team, and we will tell you if and how we can help you. And by the way, if we can't help you, we'll let you know. There's absolutely no pressure. The reason we don't have to have pressure is because we get the results like what I'm about to share with you now. So here's one case study.
So it's interesting. He puts a big hurdle up in front of that guarantee. No one's ever going to get that guarantee. And you'll see that if you read the comments and down below, nobody qualified for the guarantee. And it's kind of like the offer that I do when I'm selling SEO boost to local businesses. I say, you've got to qualify. You know, we can do the service for you really inexpensively, but you have to qualify. You have to have a website that is up to particular standards. Now, my goal there is to build them a website that's got the right standards so they can take advantage of the deal. And it works really, really well. But here, you know, in Frank's case on this one, nobody's going to qualify for that guarantee of them going to, you know, pay you your ad spend back plus, you know, whatever. Let's see what this one is.
Hey, my name is Frank Kernan. This is an ad. It's an ad specifically for people who sell things online. So if that's you and you want to sell more stuff online, I think this can help you. In this ad, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to share 3 secrets with you that'll help you sell more stuff online. And shockingly, I'm going to try to sell you something. Let's make good with the first promise, which is to help you sell more stuff online. So I got started in 1999. And since then, as an advisor to internet entrepreneurs, I've worked with 82,000 customers. These are companies that have paid me to do one thing and one thing only, which is to help them sell more products and services online more consistently. And there are really 3 big secrets that I've distilled from working with all those people. I'll do it quickly for you. So here's secret number 1, radical transparency. In today's internet age, people just don't trust ads. They don't trust people that they see online because there's a lot of, for lack of a better word, shenanigans. So if you are completely transparent with your intentions and what you're trying to do in your marketplace, they're going to trust you more. Trust breeds confidence. Confidence breeds sales. Take, for example, the fact that you're still watching this video. The very first thing I told you was that this was an ad and that I was going to try to sell you something, but you're still here. Why? Probably because of that transparency. I don't think it's because of my looks. Now, the second big secret is this. Always, always, always try to make your ads actually help people, whether it's a paid ad or any type of marketing. Try to make it help your client get the most important thing in the world, and that is what they want. See, our customers, our prospects, whatever we want to call them, our marketplace, they're really not concerned with us. They're not concerned with our credentials. They're not concerned with whether or not we look cool or drive fancy cars. All they're ever really thinking about are 3 things. Number 1, what they want. Number 2, how they get it. Number 3, what life is going to be like once they have it. So if you're marketing...
Guys, that is absolute pure gold. I don't know how many times I've said it in, you know, that or other ways. But if you want to sell stuff to people, anything to anybody, you've got to figure that out. You got to figure out what they want and why they want it, what it's going to do for them, and what Frank said there, what their life is going to look like once they've got it. That is absolute pure gold.
Actually shows them and genuinely helps them get what they want. What's going to happen? Well, trust is again going to increase. Trust breeds confidence. Confidence breeds buyers. If they are confident that you can help them, they're going to be more likely to buy from you. So I recommend the oldest trick in the book, which is to demonstrate you can help them by actually helping them. It works pretty good. The third big secret is to make an irresistible offer. Make the way that you present your products so good that people just can't help but say yes. I'll give you an example. So you're watching this ad probably because you want to sell more things online. Here is an example of an irresistible offer. Right now, you can get 4 complete courses about marketing showing you exactly how to do just that for $4. And this isn't like one of those tricks where it's $4 and then you get billed like a zillion times or whatever. Literally, it's 4 complete courses for $4. The first one is called the Ultimate Offer Blueprint, and it shows you exactly how to structure a presentation so that you can convey the value of what it is you're selling in a way that makes sense, is convincing, but isn't like high pressure or weird. Now, this is a complete video course where I walk you through the creation of a presentation, and I give you a workbook with fill-in-the-blank slides so you can create your own along with me. So if you've ever wondered, like, how do I actually sell my stuff? And if the idea of creating a sales letter or sales video like this one or a webinar or anything like that seems intimidating, the Ultimate Offer Formula is going to cure that. Now, the second course that I'm going to give you is meant to be taken after you complete that first one because it'll make your sales presentation work better. It's called Advanced Persuasion Tactics. And in this training, I share with you a method that's called close stacking. So here's what that means. Whenever you make an offer, you say, okay, I have this thing and it costs X dollars and you can get it by doing this. Whenever you do that, what happens in your prospect's mind is they start rationalizing whether or not they should make that purchase. And they're really tuning you out in that moment. So if you just end your presentation by, okay, here's how much it costs and here's how you can get it, thank you, you're probably going to sell some, but you're also going to be missing out on those people who are in analytical mode and they've tuned you out. But if you stay with them long enough, their brain will get out of analytical mode and it'll come back and it'll focus on you. So with close stacking, what I teach you how to do, and this is in this advanced persuasion tactics training, is I show you 7 ways to restate and resell your offer in the same presentation. What this does is it compounds the power of the very presentation itself and makes it work better. The third training that you're getting, again, all of this really is $4. The third training that you're getting is called power positioning. What this does is it helps you determine and control how your marketplace and your potential customers feel about you and what they think about you before you ever try to sell them something. The reason this is important is because if they already feel like they know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to be way more inclined to buy from you when they finally hear your sales presentation or read it or whatever, than if they didn't have that perception. This is the difference, positioning, is the difference between companies like Apple and companies like Microsoft. Companies like Apple have raving fan customers. I'm one of them, like super customers that'll stand outside to get the new version of the iPhone that looks just like the old version. And then you've got companies like Microsoft, sell computers. What's the difference between the two? It's positioning. So if you want to create raving fans instead of just customers, it's important to really get that positioning dialed in. That's what you learn how to do in that third training. The fourth training, and again, you're getting all of these for $4. The fourth training is called the 6 Magic Steps to Scaling Big Online. It's designed to help you with the 3 major areas of focus that you need to have in order to go from startup to 6 figures, or from 6 figures to 7, or from 7 figures to 8 and beyond online. Those 3 things, incidentally, are your thinking, your systems, and your processes. And by the way, this has nothing to do with motivation or anything like that. This is more about, okay, what parts of the business really matter? Where do you really need to focus on? And the reason that's important is because when you have the right stuff that you're focusing on, it allows you to create systems and processes that let your business run without you. And that's how you get a business that will provide you and your family time freedom. So those are all the 4 courses that you're getting today for just $4. And of course, this wouldn't be a marketing video, nor would it be a very cool offer if I didn't have a bonus. So in addition to all of this, I'm also giving you a mystery bonus that's literally worth $1,994. And the reason I say that it's worth that is because thousands of people have purchased it from me over the years for $1,994. But you can have it for free along with these 4 courses when you take advantage of this offer today. And you can do so by clicking the link somewhere around this video. I hope you enjoy these trainings and I hope that they benefit you. I certainly enjoyed making them for you, and I really appreciate you watching this video ad. Again, my name is Frank Kern, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
So that's Frankie baby. Again, he's really good at selling, but the delivery sometimes is not quite there. So the moral to that story is basically, you guys all probably have stuff that is much better than what is being sold like crazy. And the only difference is the way you're marketing it. It's the way you're either crafting or not crafting these stories that tell the value, that tell your prospects what you can do for them and what they're going to get out of what you're going to do for them. That is the most important thing that you could possibly focus on. And I know we've been talking about this for a long time, And I know a lot of times I always get asked for examples, and I'm short on coming up with examples. So today was all about examples. So different stuff, different niches, different people, everything from Tony Robbins to, how to keep your dog longer. But did you notice it's all the same? They grab attention. They use the big idea formula to grab attention. They create demand and desire by showing you how it works. The rationale in your brain needs to understand how it works to believe it. So that is how the best way that you can possibly create demand and desire is to actually show someone, teach them, let them understand how what you're selling works, how it does what it does. The more they get it, the more they're going to want it.
John, I found myself, the more I listened to Frank Kern, the more I wanted to turn him off. He never stopped smiling, which is like the smiling dog before he bites you. and I really felt repulsed and repelled by him.
Okay. Yeah, no, some people absolutely love him. Some hate him. He's got this strong polarization.
It didn't make me not want to be curious about his product though. So for $4 and the 4 products, and what could that be? But I just like, could you just stop talking and let me just click here?
Yeah. Well, he's one of the things he talks about is the transparency and all of that. But in knowing him for as long as I've known him, I knew him before he even got into this stuff. His whole presentation, his whole demeanor, his whole thing is like chameleon. It's chameleon. You don't really know who he is from who you think he is.
Hey, John, I found them all to be the same. When Frank flashed that bare leg, oh, he had me right there.
That's classic. I mean, Frank, when he originally came into the internet marketing space, he changed his whole look. He became a surfer. He grew his hair long. He threw out the coat and tie, got rid of the shoes. He was portraying freedom. He needed to himself become the freedom advocate to pull people, to draw people into him. And then as he went through, he found out that there's not as much money in that end of the scale, and there's a lot more money in consulting for bigger businesses. So he went back to the coat and tie. He went back to the very professional, clean cut look. And, he will become whoever he needs to be to make a sale.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I saw Frank several years ago on ads on Facebook that were the best walk and talk I've ever seen. That's what struck me. He would transition between rooms of what looked like an office building with contemporary frosted glass.
Mm-hmm.
And he was incredibly compelling at that moment because you just felt like he was taking a moment. He also did it in his car, but that walk and talk worked. It wasn't cheap blog either. It was nicely produced, but it was really compelling because it looked like he was just busy, but taking a moment to teach you something.
Yeah, I was going to say he probably got you in his car too. And, if you go to the dating world, one of the things that they'll tell you if you want to be successful in dating is to change environments multiple times in a short time frame. It's like, get the girl out of the club, take her for coffee, take her for pizza, and then you're going to take her home, right? But it's not going to happen going from the club to home. Not as easily. But once she's gone from location to location with you, guess what? She's comfortable with you. She trusts you. She knows you. She likes you. And she'll go home with you. The same thing with your customers. That's why they do that. That's why they'll do the walks on the beach. They'll take you into their office. They're doing what Frank calls bringing you into the fold. They're letting you into their personal world so they feel like they know you. You know, that is a key element. You see, I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything that who is it? Mike Filsame. Mike Filsame is an awesome marketer. He's always going to put you in his car. I remember one of the best ad campaigns he ever did. He took you in his car into a McDonald's to show you some advertising things that McDonald's was actually doing. It was really cool. You know, and the thing was, he was demonstrating the upsell of would you like fries with that? And he was showing how much money, how much pure profit that McDonald's makes on just selling French fries. And with one simple script, would you like fries with your order? You know, before they had that script, people were coming in just ordering the burgers. There was little profit in the burger. The burger's got a lot of pieces to the puzzle. It's got a lot of labor to put it together. But the fries, they take them out of a bag and they drop them in oil and then you eat them. Right? It's high profit. It's the same thing with the soda, you know, the supersized soda. You know, they look at you and say, you know, they don't ask you if you want the regular size. You know, the regular size is what comes with the meal typically. They say, oh, would you like medium or large? Well, who the fuck wants to be medium, right? So they go big, they go large. And the profit that McDonald's made just by those simple scripts, would you like fries with that? You know, medium or large? They figured out exactly what to say. And that's what they were teasing you with the women of the men. You need to know exactly what to say or the women won't like you. You know, it's the magic behind exactly what to say that opens up the kingdom of profit. So you've got to figure out who you're selling to, what they want, why they want it. You know, their drivers, all that stuff. If you do your analysis properly before you start creating your scripts and all that, you understand who you're really talking to, get a really deep understanding of them, you know, that will help you tremendously when you get into crafting and creating your stories. And again, I'm not talking about telling your personal story. I'm not talking about you writing a biography here. I'm talking about your story to your prospects so they get and understand the value of what you're offering so they can see themselves in the picture. Create the demand and desire. You know, and no matter how you slice it, the pieces to that are almost always the same. The delivery of it is almost always the same. It comes in the form of some sort of a presentation, whether it be a sales letter or a video or a one-on-one person-to-person from stage delivering to a mass audience. That's a presentation. I don't care what form it's delivered in. It's a presentation and they all have the same components. They have the grab attention on the front. You've got to get their attention if you're going to hold them. Then you've got to create demand and desire for what you're selling. You've got to eliminate objections and you have to make what Frank called an irresistible offer. If you get all those four pieces wrapped into your story, you're going to be successful with this. There is no other way around it. It's like you cannot screw it up. The only thing that's going to make it, you know, bigger is how many people you make that presentation to. Once you figure out the presentation, now you scale it. You get it to as many people as possible. That's where ads come in. That's where advertising comes in. That's where getting on stages, getting people to promote you, creating an affiliate program, getting people to want to make money from you being as good as you are at what you do. That includes you being able to describe what you do and why someone would want it. There's money in that. There's money in that for the people that will promote you. If you can't sell, if you don't know how to make a presentation, an affiliate's probably not going to be real hip to put you on their stage and introduce you as an expert, right? Because they're doing that for one reason and one reason only. And it's not to help you out. It's to make money. If you're not giving them money, they're not interested. So you got to get good at your presentation. You know, it doesn't matter how you deliver it, but you got to figure that stuff out. That's, I can't stress that enough. So questions.
John,
I know.
John, do you have any feedback on how the geofencing presentation is going?
Oh, the one with Gregory?
Yes.
He has got, I know his video, he got his video finalized. And the last I heard, he was starting to deliver it. I have not heard how many people have bitten on it, but with him, his numbers are not going to be high because he's very specific about who he's going after. He's going after like major players, and he's got, you know, probably anywhere from a dozen to 40 prospects, you know, in his bucket. So I would say if he gets, you know, 2 or 3 of those, he's going to be doing really, really well.
Yeah, but it takes a long time to get an elephant. You know that.
Yep.
Small short wins win the day for the longer haul, and those will bring the elephants. But the elephants, you got to track them.
Absolutely.
Sneak up on them.
Yeah, when you're hunting elephants.
Yeah. All right.
But really, really cool stuff. But I know I took up a lot of time. I didn't really leave a lot of room for questions in there because there really isn't any question about what I just covered. I mean, it's the way it is. You know, it's a bunch of different people all doing the same thing. They're grabbing attention, creating demand and desire, eliminating objections, and making irresistible offers. Like, who's not going to buy that shit for their dog? Seriously. You know, what single guy is not going to want to know the whatever words to say, right? Who is not going to want those 4 modules from Frank that will, you know, take you to the moon? You know, they're really good. I'm not saying the product itself is any good. I don't know. But what I'm talking about is their delivery, their presentation, their ability to get you to want it. That's what you need to focus on. I mean, you guys should all have a pad of paper or something, or a recorder, or whatever your mode of jotting stuff down and making notes is. And you should call, like if it was a pad of paper, I would columnize it. The big idea, demand and desire, objections, offer, and just start putting stuff in the columns. You know, how are you going to create demand and desire? What are you going to show them how it works? You know, that's the stuff you just need to start getting it down, get the pieces to the puzzle. Right now, you got an empty puzzle box. You don't have any pieces in it. You need to fill the puzzle box with the pieces, and then you can move them around and put them in the right order to make the beautiful picture. But you got to have the pieces. So start doing that. Start talking to people. You know, if you don't know what's in their head, talk to them. Ask them meaningful questions. You know, like ask somebody, what would make you have to buy this? You know, what would this have to have for you to just, you know, without a doubt say yes? And listen to what they say. And then whenever they tell you that, say, oh, that's exactly what it does. You want to buy it? So that is your job number one, is to just start putting your pieces together. And that's into creation mode. You know, if you don't know your audience and you don't know what they want, you don't know why they want it, then you need to take a step back and figure that out first. But as you're doing that, I would still have that pad of paper with those 4 columns, because as you discover it, as you learn it, move it forward, move it to the next step, which is creation. You're going to have to create that story, that presentation, whatever you want to call it. And if you don't do that, you're not going to have anything to move to the final round, which is the traffic. The traffic should be easy because you know who you're hunting. You know you're hunting an elephant. You know they're eating peanuts. So figure out where they're going to get them and camp out there. Place your ads there. Get in front of them and offer them a better peanut. So tell them why the peanut they're eating is going to give them heartburn. whatever it is. A lot of people don't really understand that they're in pain until you tell them. And then you show them what life could be like, you know, like what Frank said. They're interested in knowing what life's going to look like after they've eaten the magic pill. You know, that goes back to creating demand and desire. When you're talking about the outcome, that's creating demand and desire. When you're talking about how to get the outcome, that's creating demand and desire. Those are the 2 best ways I know of to create demand and desire for your product, is talking about the outcome, what it's going to do for them, and how to get it, what you do is going to deliver that desired outcome. I mean, those are the basic pieces for creating demand and desire. Eliminating objections, the biggest thing there is to identify what the objections are or what they might be. And it's super simple to eliminate an objection. It's claim, proof, benefit is the formula. You make the claim contrary to the current belief, because every objection is based on a belief. So you figure out what that belief is. Sometimes the belief is, I can't do it. I tried it before. That doesn't work for me. You know, whatever reason of why they think it's not going to work, you have to make a contrary claim, which is super simple. Is the contrary claim, if they don't believe it'll work for them, is the contrary claim is this will work for you. Now that in itself is worthless. That's just going to go off them like water off a duck. That's why you have to back it up with 2 proof points. So you make the claim and then you follow it up with proof points. And the thing about that that's magic is now you took it from a claim and you turned it into a fact. Most sane people won't argue a fact, and you should not be trying to sell to anyone that's not sane. If they're not sane, walk away, preserve yourself. But if you take their belief and you invert it, Benjamin Franklin is the one that came up with this formula. He identified the belief that created the objection. He claimed contrary to it, followed it with 2 proof points that were not just him saying it, third-party verification that now turns his claim into a fact. And then he reattaches the outcome to the benefit. 3-dimensionalize the benefit of the outcome. And that's it. Claim, proof, benefit. So list those objections. Start creating your claim, proof, benefit statements for them. I mean, this is a way that you will increase your conversion like absolute crazy by doing this stuff. All you need is somebody that is within the realm of wanting what you have to offer, and your sales numbers should go absolutely through the roof. If you've got a good way to grab their attention, a good way to create the demand and desire, eliminate the objections, and you've got a good offer, even a mediocre offer. If you get them to that point, even a mediocre offer is going to work. There's no reason not to have an irresistible offer, but if you do the other three things effectively, you can have no offer at all. They're still going to want to buy your shit. I have effectively proven that many, many times throughout my life because I've never been a closer. And that was, you know, a lot of the stuff that I'm fairly good at now is all learned skills. This is not stuff that I came out of the box with. You know, I was always really good at production. I was always really good at getting the results, but not at selling them. So I had to really learn all this stuff. And, you know, now that I know it, it's not that difficult. It's all fairly simple stuff. There's no complex algorithms to anything that I'm teaching you guys. And it's all pretty basic stuff. So, all right. Anything before we wrap up here?
Thank you, John. You should probably put this on a recorded loop for us. But other than that, then the 34 on-page optimization things is still valid, and I can just work with that.
Yeah, absolutely. On-page stuff, like I had said, the only change in on-page optimization is bringing in the user interface. Bringing in, like, don't think about stuffing with keywords anymore. Think about stuffing with claims that's going to get people to click. Things that, you know, grab attention, big ideas, think big ideas, think call them in, think calls to action. You know, your descriptions and your headlines, your titles should all be calls to action to get them to click. Because that is really the new SEO. The new SEO is user engagement. If you can show you have user engagement, that is going to be the best on-page SEO factor you've ever heard of.
Yeah, that rule in that book that little report that I showed you, where what you've told us is that Google's number one, actually even before Google even existed, any SEO or any search engine's number one rule is to give every visitor the right information the first time, every time. And if every decision you make on your website is based on that rule, and then you add your conversion and all that stuff to it, I don't know what else there is to do. I mean, it's really that simple.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, what it comes down to, there's one way to do this, and that way is always going to equate to being in alignment with Google, being in alignment with what they're trying to do. And they want to provide a good user experience so users come back and continue to use their service. That's their goal. Their goal is simple. Their goal is eyeballs. It's how many eyeballs they can have on their ads. You know, it's a very simple deal. If you're giving them eyeballs, they're going to promote you. If you're driving eyeballs away, they're going to kill you off. They're not going to want you to play in their sandbox.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting in the sandbox with a dragon. You don't throw rocks at him. He's within striking distance.
It happens so fast you don't even feel it, John.
Instant death.
That is classic. You know, every time I've ever got a site banned, and I'll say this, I've never had a client site banned. I have had some of my own sites banned, and it was by intention. I was pushing them out to find out where the edges of the cliffs were. And every time I had a site swatted down and banned, I always got such a kick out of it. It was almost like playing a game, and I've found the winning key of what not to do with my clients. And I found all of them. I mean, I pushed sites over the edge on all edges of every cliff I could find to figure out where those edges were, so I could absolutely keep my clients safe. And it was just almost like an amusement park for me. But those days are so different now. I mean, most of the stuff that I used to get a site banned for wouldn't even get it banned now. Google just doesn't care about most of the tricks because they're, at this point, they're so elementary that they've got other things like the user experience, for instance. That was such a brilliant move on their part. It makes almost all the rest of their enforcement irrelevant. All they care about is the users. Does the user like your stuff or not? You know, they're not concerned with all the little fruity tricks you're trying to do with all of your SEO. They don't care. All they care about is, does the user like it? If the user likes it, they're going to promote it. If the user doesn't like it, they're going to put you out of the sandbox and into the quicksand, and you're going to disappear. You're going to go from one box to the next, and they're right next door. It's not a long journey to go from stardom to the quicksand. You won't be worn out when it's over. It's a very short ride. So cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to hit real quick. There's a lot of people that have been asking me about the affiliate program, about how to sell my stuff, how to sell ACT, how to sell SitePop. And a few people have had trouble with it. I'm not really sure why, but let me share my screen and just go over it real quick. If any of you guys, because this is like free money. What I'm talking about here is like free money. This is, most of you, in fact, all of you, I'm sure, know somebody that could use either the ACT program, the mentorship on this call, SitePop software, a new website. You know, I'm sure almost every one of you knows somebody that needs one of those three things, which is only one of a few things that you can make money with from the affiliate program. But if you go to my site here and you scroll down to the bottom, become an affiliate. That's the link right there. You click that, and all you have to do is click on the get our affiliate links now, or get your affiliate links now. It's got the, you know, the main stuff here. It shows what's for sale. Here's web services, a website for $9.97. You're going to get $250 for referring that. Here's an e-commerce site. It's a little bit more for that one. Hosting, 25% of the $29.95. There's webmaster services. There's ADA compliance. There's the SitePop stuff. 50% on the front, 25% forever after. So any of these links, become an affiliate now. That's all you have to do is click on one of those. And then when you're in the affiliate program, I'm just going to go over to the affiliate side here. I'll just take Todd, for instance. You go into the promotions tab and it'll show you all the different stuff here. Like website development and hosting. If you click on that, there's your affiliate link. So you copy that and you just put that in a browser and send that to somebody. And that will send them here. It says don't start a web project until you've watched this video. So there's a short video, then they can get a quote. They can see samples of different sites that we've done. So they know we know how to build a site. That's it. You send them there. For everyone that buys a website, it's $250 for you. Let's see here. Let me go. Okay, here's one for, there's even one for the crypto mastermind. There's the one for the ADA. Here's the ACT program. So notice here, there's a bunch of different links. I've got this set up to where, depending on how much you want to make, you can give them the appropriate link. Like for instance, this is the Black Friday special. They're not going to pay anything on the front end to get this. So when they go to the Black Friday special, it's going to eliminate the $19.97 off the front. And it's going to allow them in for just $29.97 a month on the weekly calls. They get access to everything that other people have paid $19.97 to get access to the ACT program. They're going to get all of that. So if you don't care about the upfront and you just want somebody to get access to it for the $29, that's how you do it. You give them that Black Friday link. This one is the index page. So this is basically just a sales letter about the ACT program, what you get. All the stuff, and that's $4.97. So regularly $19.97. So you get half of the $4.97 and then part of the back end as well. There's other ones, like here's a $99 special. Here's a $297 special. It was for Chamber of Commerce members. There's a free access for Chamber of Commerce. That's the same as the Black Friday. They just get the $29 a month deal. And then there's an ACT webinar. So just depending on, how you want to bring them in, you can just send them the appropriate link, and that link is tracked to you. Okay, so here's the webinar, 4 steps away from predictable income. Guess what the 4 steps are? Grab attention, create demand and desire, eliminate objections, and make an offer. Find out how ad agencies thrive while the rest of us struggle. There's the big idea formula. Seduce the heart. Benjamin Franklin, eliminate any objection. Irresistible offer. There's the 4 pieces to the puzzle right there. That's just like Frank's 4 things. Here's the 4 things you're going to get for $4. You can see how if you miss any of these, you're not going to make it to the finish line. It's the 4 steps away from predictable income. I haven't looked at this in I don't know how long, but this is actually surprisingly good. I would not have expected myself to make an offer this good on this page. But there it is, ready for you to promote. So anyway, that's
John,
the affiliate program.
Can I ask a question?
Oh,
So thanks for going. This is First of all, this has been amazing. I've been taking furious notes. So if any bunts, text me if you want me to send you my notes, or I'll put my email in the address. But thank you for going over the affiliate thing, because I actually just happened to be speaking to people and told them all about you, and they were like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God!" And then I didn't know how to connect them with you. So thanks for doing that. And
Yeah. No, I had like 5 or 6 people just this week, the same thing. They all wanted to know,
Yeah.
how do we promote you?
Yeah, exactly. So I appreciate that. And then what gets me a little bit confused is, like I saw how you had labeled, but I guess there might be, in my brain, there might be an easier way to label which link to send to which person based on how much money. Like you might put in parentheses, make, for the affiliate, what's important to us would be the bottom line of this offer gets you this much, or, whatever. But do you have a funnel? You know how you always say, if they click on a link, then it drives a system, or what do you say, John? Triggers a sequence.
Yeah.
Do these trigger sequences? Like if you take, let's just say I sent the site pap thing to this, like I told you the other day, I made a connection in real estate, and the girl was like, oh my God, that sounds awesome. I just didn't know which site pop thing to use, and how to, I don't know. So I didn't know what to do. So there it is.
Yeah, no,
because they do
most-
open house events and all kinds of things. And I told them about the geofencing, and it was just, and I'm not really great at explaining. I just remember the highlights of things.
Sure.
So I just wanted a little of your coaching on how to best connect with this person.
Yeah, it depends on what they want. Like if they want a website, you can send
Well,
them
they have a
website
website.
link.
They want to promote.
Okay.
The reason that it's real estate, and they want to promote their open houses and whatever else they're doing. And they have really, really, really high budgets.
Okay, so like for an enterprise client like that, probably the best thing to do is if we just get them on a Zoom call.
Okay.
Because I don't really have like SEO packages posted, because any SEO package is going to be customized.
Okay.
So I don't have like cookie cutter packages anymore.
Yeah, no, I that's why I'm asking, because I didn't know. And it seems like, well, this woman was very, very excited about the possibility of attracting more clients, because she sells multi-million-dollar houses, and they do it up big, even their newsletter, they send a weekly newsletter, and it's so well done that like I actually get their newsletter just because it's so fun. And they always show you beautiful properties, and then they'll be like, can you imagine having a barbecue in this backyard? Here's a great martini recipe, and here's where we buy the best meat in the world. And like, it's unpredictably interesting. Like, you know what I mean? So, and the woman that I was talking to said that person has a huge budget. So that's why I wanted to talk to you to find out how to talk to them, to get them to speak with you. Does that follow? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The best thing really is just to schedule an appointment. They can actually use the 15-minute consult on my site.
Okay.
To schedule that appointment. You can even schedule it for them.
Yeah, I didn't know how to set up my affiliate thing. I guess you would just know, but I didn't know how to make the affiliate thing work with me directly connecting you to them. So anyway. Do you follow me? Like, I wouldn't know, like.
Yeah, on the enterprise stuff, we would just run that through manually and manually connect them.
Okay,
because
that's what I was like.
Yeah, none of those offers are really set up in our traditional affiliate program.
Uh-huh.
That would be an individual presentation, and figuring out what they needed and creating a program for them.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, that's good, because I was clicking and looking and I was like, oh, I
And
don't know.
those could be anywhere from 5,000 to 50,000 a month, on programs like that.
Yeah, that's why I was excited about this and talking to you, because it was such a great connection. And it was so odd because of how I got into a conversation with this person. And then, because we were talking about, she called to make an appointment, and then we just got into talking about staging houses and art. And then I said, and then I mentioned you and the products. And I said, this guy is just the best on the planet. And he's like stealth man, So anyway, and the products work. And she was like, oh my God, this sounds so great. Get me the information. So that's what I'll do. I'll directly connect you and this gal. And what I'll do is I'll text you her name and when I'm communicating. So maybe you could keep your eyes looked out for it, because it would be when you sell them stuff, it will be a big help for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just turn it around and reinvest with you finally building my website. I'm getting ready to redo ACT, because with all the changes, I just feel like I need to go through it again. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah,
thank you.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna actually be starting over on the ACT training.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna redo a version of it for Alignable.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. Is that going down?
Yeah, it actually is going down. So
that is awesome.
I will have the first paid group in Alignable that's open to, they have one other one that's a test pilot, but this one's basically going to be open to all 7 million of their members.
Wow.
So that's going to be really cool.
Woohoo! Congrats, big brother.
Yeah, talk about an affiliate commission. Holy
crap. You're gonna have to take Sue out on the boat and have sushi brought in by a chef.
I'll have to buy Sue a boat.
Yeah, exactly. She probably like that, sail port to port.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so great. Holy cow. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that's actually going down. I knew Sue would make it happen, because she's very clear and determined.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time in the making, but it's in process.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very
Yay.
cool.
All right, well, that's all. I just want to, thanks for staying on long enough for me to ask you that. And thanks for covering the affiliate part, because that was my big question for today. That, and I had to laugh. I text you, I don't know how I missed that I could buy my domains with you. I feel like, I feel like, I don't know, like I dropped into a black hole on that. But anyway, I'm looking, and I told Rich from now on, we're just going to use buy from John. So anyway, that was a moment of such clarity. Anyway, thanks, John.
All right. Well, I will let you guys all go back to it here. We'll be back on actually next week. Let me look here.
And when are we doing our next crypto? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, no, next week we'll be back on regular time.
Next week is crypto?
No, next week regular time on the Dominator call.
Oh, what do you mean regular time?
Regular time Thursday next week.
Oh yeah, I meant on the crypto club.
Crypto Club, I have the 8th of September down.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to every 2 weeks, but okay.
Yeah, I think that was discussed, but I didn't update it. So
yeah, because it's been a hot minute since we saw you with crypto.
Yeah, so the next one I've got is on the 8th.
On the 8th. Okay. All right, I'm gonna write that.
All right. Well, everybody have a great week, and we will talk to you next week. And hopefully I'll have some good stuff for you coming back from Vegas from Perry.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that should
Hopefully
be
you can
awesome.
suss what's good and what's on his BS level.
Oh yeah, I know the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God for you. Yeah, I would listen to he's an excellent closer, but for, you know how you have mirror neurons and everything, like Linda said, she was repulsed by him. I would always be like, I just feel like I got wambooched, like I got neuro NLP'd out the wazoo and my brain is bleeding. And I just don't, it always landed with me like transparency. Like what a hypocrite. Anyway, but you know, I'm glad that we have you to suss his stuff out and cherry pick the good stuff, because I personally don't have the budget to burn and learn a hard lesson, you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for your, you know, what is it called? Sifting.
Filtration.
No.
System.
Yeah, exactly. You're like our ninja.
All right. We don't hear you, Roger, but
Thank you, John. It was a great call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, super, really, really good. Thank you.
all right. Well, we will talk to you guys next week. And until then, have a great week.
You too. Bye, everybody.